Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the ATS-20 Plus. It's an AM, FM, long-wave, shortwave, single-sideband portable receiver. During this video, I'll perform a daytime medium-wave band scan of Chicagoland area. Here we can hear with this radio hooked up to the Terk Advantage Passive Loop. Yeah, it should be interesting. Cool little radio. Yeah, going over the features and everything will be exciting. So, yeah, let's have some fun with this little guy. I love it. You can find these on eBay, selling between $30 to $40. Not a bad deal. I'll take one. I mean, come on. $30 and you get single sideband right there. And you get single sideband on medium wave. Fantastic. And I think there's even a synchronous detection setup in here. I haven't tried it, but it's in the menu, so wow, cool. Maybe in the evening I'll do that, but this is a daytime scan, so very cool. So let's go over features of the ATS-20 Plus. So right away, size-wise, that's a 3x5 deal and about 1.5 inches or so tall. As you can see here, we got aluminum enclosure, which is pretty awesome. 3-inch speaker on top. Get this little tiny display. Now, everybody gives it, they're all griping about how small it is. Yeah, it's small, but it's very clear. It's surprising. When you see it in video, it's amazing. But it's a little 1-inch OLED display, and it's very deep colors really stand out on contrast. So it's very contrasty. And then I got new firmware on here, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, very cool. You got PCB front and a PCB back for holding it together, and you can get into it pretty easily with these Phillips screws. And this is a radio you can modify. You can upgrade the firmware. You can do little modifications, which I did inside here. I did a couple resistors in there to get battery percentage life, so we can see how much battery life's left on there. So that's a neat thing. Didn't have that originally. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun. So yeah, let's go over the buttons, I guess. We have a few of them, or 8 of them there, actually. On this new firmware, I'm running the Goshanti, I think that's how you say his name, version 1.18, and I'll have links down below to this firmware if you want to upgrade yours. It's very simple usually to upgrade it. It's based on a Arduino Nano. Yes, this little microcontroller is inside this radio. It controls the radio chip, the Skyworks SI4732. I think I got that right. It's been a while, but yeah. I've been using this radio for about a year. I just haven't really showed it on the channel. I figured about time to review it. It just was difficult to film because of its design. So yeah, there's our buttons. We'll go over them real quick here. So we have a band up and a band down button. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can use my pen here and point them out. So with the firmware, band up will cycle your bands. You can press it once and then use the encoder knob to select your bands. And then you can just press and hold it, and it'll go really quickly through the bands. Band down selects your menu. So when you hit band minus, it goes right to the menu. That's pretty cool. It's a 3-page menu. You cycle the pages using the band plus once you're inside the menu. If you long press the band minus button while you're on the radio, it goes down the bands very quickly. Volume up does what it says. Click it once, use the encoder knob, adjust the volume, and then you can, of course, fast volume up by just pressing and holding, and same with the volume down. You could press it, and then it goes down really quick for you, so very simple. Also, you can short press to mute the radio, which I'll end up doing. Step is exactly what it says. Hit the step button, and it allows you to change the stepping. It has 9 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz, 1 kilohertz. It has quite a few, and I'll show those to you as well. And of course, when you're single sideband mode, you have a bunch of extras as well. That firmware added a lot to this radio, and I'm really excited with this radio now with the new firmware. It's absolutely amazing. I believe the step function will also let you toggle on and off a signal strength indicator bar on the bottom. It's segmented, I believe, in 9 segments. So yeah, really cool how they updated that as well. Very visual. So yeah, definitely a neat feature. Bandwidth, again, as it says, bandwidth's really neat. Just click it, adjust what bandwidth you want. There's really nothing else there. It's pretty simple, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Going on to AGC. Now, when you get your radio, AGC will work as AGC. You click it, and then you can adjust the automatic gain control. On this radio, you got to go through these menus with the updated firmware. But this AGC button, when you click it, it turns the display off. Kind of a cool feature. I thought that was neat. It could save power, and if it interferes. I guess some people say it interferes. I didn't notice any interference from the display, but it's there in case you do have that problem. And you can long press to switch to sync mode while in single sideband mode. So if you're in single sideband and you want to go to synchronous detection, you long press the AGC button. Sweet. And then we got a mode button down here. I'm going over a lot of features, but it's a lot of fun, this radio. So the mode button, of course, short press it to access upper sideband, lower sideband, CW modes from the AM band. And of course, when you're on FM, it toggles the FM RDS function. So you got your tuning knob here, and it presses in for selecting menu settings and different settings and confirming. Nice. And then going to the back of the radio, you can see we got two different ports here. We got the Arduino's mini USB to program it, and down here we have to charge the radio as a Type-C jack. So they separated it. The original ATS-20, without the plus, it just had the top one. That's all you had. You didn't have the Type-C charging. Over here we have power switch, charging LED, headphone jack, BNC female. And we're going to hook up our radio to that. And then we have over here FM switch and AM single sideband. There's actually a FM bandpass filter, I believe, to help, so there's no FM bleed through to the AM band. So that's pretty cool how they added that circuit there. So there you are, cool. And then, yeah, we're not going to do any size comparisons because, yeah, I told you the size, like I said, it's 5 inches deep and about, yeah, 1.5 inches or so tall. So let's go ahead and hook up the wire to the back of the radio. So this radio does come with a built-in internal lithium battery, so you don't have to buy any batteries for it. That's pretty awesome as well. And it comes with a whip antenna. You can use the whip actually on medium wave for strong stations, but for weak stations, you're going to want to hook up external antenna. So what I'm using, I'm trying to show you guys here. Got to bring it up, maybe in front of the camera here. A BNC, and this is running to my Terk Advantage, and it's coupled like this. So you got a female 1/8 jack or 3.5 millimeter. Then I'm using a standard tip sleeve connection here, a mono jack. This leads plugged right into my Terk Advantage Passive Loop. So let's go ahead and hook this up and turn it on. Yeah. So I'm just going to take it off camera to hook this on. Here we are. We are hooked up, ready to rock. Yeah. Now, bear with me here with this cable management. Get it behind the box. There we go. All right, cool. So we'll turn the radio on from the back side. Should show what version we're on. 1.18, I believe. We can mute it. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. You should be able to see it. Frequency, we're on AM. Bandwidth, we're at 4 kilohertz. M means we're muted. Frequency, 520. Of course, kilohertz, showing kilohertz. Now you can change it to show megahertz when you're on shortwave. It's pretty sweet. Modulation we're on is the top corner. There's the band we're on, medium wave. Stepping is currently 10 kilohertz. And there's our battery percentage, 100%. Sweet. When it goes to 99, I think it'll show a percent symbol. So right now it's using that last digit as a 0 to show 100%. In person, it's really blue. In this video, it looks like it's a little whitish blue. So, yeah, very vivid and very easy to read. Let's see if I can get that color to come out. I don't know if that helped at all or not. Probably not, but okay. So we're going to go ahead and start tuning away. So let's go. Turn the volume up. This is our first station, 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. I got my list over to my left here. I'm going to do this a little differently because I'm out overhead. So this is WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. It's pointing to the north. So I have to point my Terk Advantage Passive Loop to the north. So the Passive Loop is actually to the left of the camera, that way. And it's sitting on the bench away from the radio. So yeah, I can just turn it around. I don't have to turn the radio at all to tune this in. So I'm going to turn the loop to the north, edgewise, to tune it in. Let's go ahead and turn the volume up.
Jon B coming to you live from our studio here at Radio Park in Racine.
There we go.
You can always join us. You can call. You can text. The number is the same. It's 855-752-4842. On the live stream on Facebook, YouTube,
there you go. See how
and
that
the
works?
platform that we are waiting to be joined by
Nice.
Mr. Global, Matt Randolph, oil and gas industry expert. Just a little behind. I'm hoping we did not get our signals crossed. We emailed last week, and he said that the flu took him down pretty hard
Signal strength.
last week and the week before. But again, we are waiting to be joined by Mr. Global so we can do Mondays with
Cool.
with Mr. Global.
But you need to vacate this home.
Why, officer? I own this home free and clear. I lived here for 40 years.
Well, unfortunately, this paperwork says otherwise.
But I have nowhere else to go.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am.
This story is becoming all too common in the U.S. Scammers are preying on people with high equity.
So here's 560 WIND Chicago. The answer, right wing station. As you can see, we got the signal strength indicator here. I decided to put that on there. It's multi-bar. It's past 9 bars. Okay, it's pretty cool, though. And you can see as I turn the tuning knob on the passive loop, we can actually detune and increase the tuning. So I can actually use it as a gauge to make sure I'm getting the best gain as I tune the tuning knob on the Terk Advantage, which is really cool. So you can sit here and have some fun. Let me just move my chair around here, get a little closer. Yeah. I'm kind of quickly buzz through here. So we're going to go ahead and change that bandwidth. I'm going to go down a little bit. Turn this up.
The Mike Gallagher Show.
The donors are
Is our
really
bandwidth?
annoyed. But I will say that the donors and the Democratic officials who are now so outraged about the conduct,
3
you said
kilohertz?
the press knew all this, so did they. They stood silent
You can
when
bring this
Joe
up forward
Biden
more.
and operatives crushed Bobby Kennedy and Dean Phillips and rigged the rules.
That might
They
be
stood
better.
silent as he stayed in the race and decided he was going to run for another term.
In the ReliefFactor.com studios, here's Mike.
What is it about this film that really makes it stand out for you?
I know, it's centuries old, but this has got to be one of the best Count of Monte Cristo adaptations I have ever seen. It actually comes from a French outfit who put out a 2-part version of The Three Musketeers earlier, which...
Okay, so 580 WILL or Urbana, Illinois. This is the south direction. Okay, so south is that way, west is that way, and east is towards the camera, and north is that way. So you know cardinal directions in the setup. So 580, yeah, WILL or Urbana, Illinois is 150 miles to the south. Very cool. Always pick it up nice. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Hear more about your favorite films and TV of the year. Tell us.
Earlier segment, I actually had an individual on from Red Cross, who's the regional director for disaster relief.
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah, so it's really playing well into all the work.
That's coming in nice and clear. That's 590. This is WKZO Kalamazoo, Michigan, 140 miles to the east. Coming in nice with the loop. Now, I didn't give you my current time. We should do that right now. Let's see if we can focus this close. We're at 10:33 a.m. That's Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. The sun's been up for about close to 4 hours. So, to give you a general idea what's going on. There you are. All right, cool, yeah. I did mention Chicago, just didn't mention the time, but there's our time. All right, usually I show that when I do my size comparison, but yeah, you know, I didn't do that. But I have it handy, so this is cool. Picking up 590, I like it.
Running errands or going to your relative's homes. It's really easy to participate. So press the blue button,
Beautiful.
and we're excited to hear from
You can compromise your movement. Absolutely. The hip is one of the more critical joints for our weight bearing, not only for the range of motion that is capable.
So this is 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's 175 miles to the west, so towards the back of the radio. Yeah, this is just fantastic. I just love the readout. Whoop, bumping in the tripod, of course. The signal strength indicator is nice. It's just a fun radio to use. Yeah. I don't know why I waited so long to show this on the channel. You know, this radio's been out a long time, and I'm late to the party, but I still made it to the party. And I think everybody should have one. I mean, $30. It's worth the investment. If you're into radio at all and you like to tinker, this is the one to get. It is a lot of fun to use. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and turn it back up.
That even exists. And that joint is where the...
Why we've reevaluated our stance on e-commerce. All right, well, when we come back, I want to talk to you specifically about kind of how men are dressing these days in the office. You know, what's going on with shoes? You know, where are we there? What's an easy style tip? What are some of the best gift buying guides that you're seeing, and some tips for buying for men? Are slim fit suits, like kind of a suit coat I'm wearing right now, are those hot? It's so hard to keep up on trends, but sourcing it local.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm going to go a little quicker, but yeah, just having a good time here. This is cool.
Get the help you need.
following World War II, and that's the fact. I'm Frankie Darcell on the Black Information Network. Elections impact policies on education, healthcare, and more. Be part of the...
So Black Information Network, WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Yeah, this has been going for a while. All right, cool. Let's go with some strong stations now, of course. Home of the Cubs and WGN, they're coming up. Let's go ahead and
a little bit about what's going on the ground in Selma.
Bringing you the Obama Foundation's Democracy in Chicago. And as a fiduciary firm, Trajan always puts the client's needs first. When you make more money, they make more money. Trajan Wealth is family-owned and veteran-led. And you can check out their website, TrajanWealth.com, or call them, 630-360-9000. And when you do, you can set up a free consultation. And you can go in and say, hey, here's where I am.
WSCR Chicago.
And how can we get there? And then
this real pretty clerk came up to me and compared me to Brad Pitt.
Nice. What'd she say?
She said, you don't look anything like Brad Pitt. Hey, here's a passing holiday observation. No matter how old you are, an empty Christmas wrapping paper tube is still a fun thing to bonk someone on the head with.
Crazy.
Funny jokes. Okay. 720 WGN Chicago. Yeah, always a blazer. Station's really strong.
Small world, Dave. Hey, Dave, you know the difference between a regular shower and a...
Okay, music on 750 I gotta look at this one. WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. Yeah. There used to be religious programming at this time, but they changed it up. So we're picking up a hint of WGR Detroit, Michigan. This is a 270 miles to the east here. That's amazing. Love that we're picking that up. All right, let's keep going. Get through this video. Next station, 780. That's a strong one.
No hidden fees and no membership fees. Just one low, transparent price. And the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door.
Awesome.
Get started at forhers.com/radio to access
780 WBBM News Radio Chicago. Yeah.
forhers.com.
As you can see, it's a relatively fun process of running a loop here.
Thing to me about this Daniel, what's his name, Penny thing, is the number of bystanders that were like, stop, he's dying, you're killing him, he's under control, like, don't, you know, I don't.
So WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois, left-wing station, probably one of the few on the AM band. Usually the AM band is filled with right-wing stations. If that's a thing to you, you know, if you're not a fan, don't tune AM, but if you are a fan, tune AM like crazy. I'm a fan either way, so, yeah. Okay, cool, let's turn this up.
There's good that's going to come out of it where we're going to talk about it in a way.
Turned out to make a whole lot of money and still.
Oh, that's nice.
Listen,
coming in good.
My first deal that was offered to me. This dude was like, man.
There's WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's 52 miles to the north, but it's at 250 watts. So that's a nice pickup.
Hard right now. The offer was this. I need.
For me, a disappointment means I would have had to have expectations or hope that it would be a good film, and so some of those don't qualify for me because.
There's WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan, about 200 miles to the east. Nice.
Long way. And that this is.
Boycotting, however,
the inauguration. A bunch of Democrats, Capitol Hill Democrats, are boycotting the inauguration because they love the Soviet Union. They're not on our side.
This is 890 WLS Chicago.
Bonnie Watson Coleman and Adam Smith, no relation. Ilhan.
4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for...
920. Again, station change. I keep forgetting what it is now. Some new thing. I'll put a pop-up here. TV Radio 1972 told me about it in a Discord. Yeah, if you haven't joined my Discord channel, feel free to. It's in the comments section. Click it and enjoy. It's free to join up, and I just follow the rules. Pretty basic rules. Just family-friendly posting. And there's a lot of categories of radio DXing and radio repair and building, all kinds of fun stuff. So check it out. Plug for me. All right, so yeah, this is a big. It used to be called the Big Badger. This is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the north here. All right.
The quality product he needs, so he doesn't. Advent and Christmas. Our sponsor, Condrat Media, is presenting the new docudrama, I Am the Immaculate Conception, produced and directed by Mikhail Condrat in association with the Marian Fathers.
So we're on 930 WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
Immaculate Conception.
Some Def Leppard on 940. Sweet. WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. It does come in better at night for some reason for me. Daytime, not so much, but evening, awesome.
Program that is tailored to fit your schedule. Franciscan University's program is ethically based. Doing what's right because it's right.
So WNTD, Chicago, Relevant Radio, sister station to 930 WKBM. So yeah, very cool. All right, let's rock and roll.
This is Morning Air. I love this song, John.
Who is teaching them all. And it's a great reversal. It is, as Aisha said, it is a tough movie to watch. A, because of the giant bird, but B, because of...
WHA, Madison, Wisconsin, and I am tuning the Terk Advantage to my left as I adjust each frequency to get it perfect. It's that selective of a radio, which is fantastic.
Child and a parent. It's just reversed, and I think that's what makes...
Did I say WHA, Madison, Wisconsin? I think I did.
He says, while it premiered in March, the second Dune movie was one of the best of this year.
Interception inside the 15-yard line, and that will put this game on.
1000 WMVP Chicago, new sports radio, news radio. I wish, right? Yeah, sports radio. Okay.
Przekupnie, bo nie ma dużo domów do wyboru. Każdy by chciał sobie dom jak najnowszy kupić, ale jest drogi. Jeżeli ktoś jest na kupnie, już może kupić przy 3% wpłaty.
So this is 1030 WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Przykładowo, dom kosztuje 300 tysięcy, jest potrzebny.
Tom Corso, Jim Jansen, we're all here. Well, Tom is back at Command Central. The rest of us, we're in the Miller Lite Studios, and we're about to take a look at...
I am going quicker here. WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Talk radio.
This fine day.
We're doing...
You've done that already, haven't you?
Yes,
right. Sorry.
Yes.
Also love home as much as they love home.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
exactly.
And I mean, it just, you can't, it just makes it better. I mean, if he had a great career and we never heard from him again, it would still be great, but it makes it better to see him.
Our sports station, WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
Speaking of stuff like that, what did he...
Na ten dom. Może nie mają tego equity i nie mogą skorzystać z tego nazwanego cash out, który pozwala do 90% wartości. To
WNWI, Oaklawn, Illinois. 1080, multi-program. Brother Stair has been known to visit this station.
Post construction loan, także ktoś może kupić.
Con un plan. Entonces, primero sueltas pequeñitas frases sobre salud económica, sobre el bienestar, sobre cómo le ha ido bien a fulanito que...
1110 is WXES Chicago.
O sea que, porque ha ahorrado, ha logrado.
And he doesn't like vaccines. Here in Wisconsin, the rule is you do have what's known as a conscience exemption. It's not just a medical exemption to getting, the MMR vaccine or COVID vaccine or anything like.
Okay, here's 1130 WISN Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Vaccine or anything like that. You could just say.
You don't wake up and there's a divorce. You have been either thinking, discerning, watching, feeling something.
So this is Hope for Your Life Christian Radio on WYLL Chicago. Rockin'. Well, rockin'. It's not really rockin', but if you're into this, you're happy. This is a good station, actually. I've learned quite a bit.
Or something like that, and she'll say, I really need to talk to you. This is the situation. My husband, he's been working later. And
can't hover on that music, but sounds good. 1180, the Squirrel, or WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. There's a squirrel on the ATS-20 Plus. What? Yeah, it's cool. I like the music. It's a good deal. Okay, that intro could be copyrighted. I don't know. Actually, there's some Spanish songs that definitely pop up. WRTO Chicago, definitely Hispanic station.
Las cosas como son. Mañana es el día del Pachuca. Mañana se le puede dedicar el programa al Pachuca. Mi respeto para la Academia de Pachuca, que ya está.
Yeah, using a passive loop is such a huge difference. Now, like I say, you get shipped with a whip antenna. It is possible to get some of these stations. It's just harder. You're going to end up using it for like local stations only. But when you use a passive loop directly connected to the radio, it makes a huge difference. This is fantastic, and it's an affordable way to do it. You don't have to get the Terk Advantage. You can get the Texan AN200. They still make it. Some of those inexpensive loops work just fine. It's just the Terk is a little bit more selective for me anyway. Seems to be easier for me to use. 12:20 a.m. is WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois.
Échale. Cuéntanos, todavía tienes tiempo.
And today is the Stupid Toy Day, according to the day calendar people. Stupidest toys ever invented. People have different opinions.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
I think the boys this morning mentioned Pet Rock.
Yep.
You know what? Maybe stupid, but man, somebody made a lot.
Somebody made it.
The Pet Rock. I forgot about the Pet Rock being a stupid gift. That's hilarious. 12:30 WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, an agro station. Learn how to farm and this stuff.
Yeah, it was like Gizmo before he turned into whatever the mean gremlin was.
Різдвяні та новорічні свята вже близько. А що ж приготувати? Чим пригощати родин?
WSBC, Chicago, Illinois.
Команда ресторану приймає замовлення для вашого.
And that all Packers are getting another opportunity to make a run in the playoffs. But, this is a great Monday.
WSSP, Milwaukee.
Take segment.
Oh, that piano sounds good. WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away.
Hottest rookies, biggest superstars, the all-time greats. The only place to collect them all. Panini Trading Cards, official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show. For instant class.
Official trading cards, that's wonderful. 1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
Off to a great start. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll be back tomorrow. Dan Patrick Show.
There you go. Some old music, old classics. WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin, Fonz FM.
body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor, developed by doctors. Relief Factor helps support your body's response.
1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Pain. Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good.
So 1360 is College Town Music. This is pretty cool. We don't hear this one too often, but I like to listen to it. Used to be a trading show where you could trade a chicken for a tire or vice versa. WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. Nice. I'm glad to play music now. Pumping. WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. It's awesome. Loving it.
Hey, can't make this one stop. Oh, yeah.
See, Green, and I'm encouraging you not to be overstressed when it comes to paying your mortgage. Or don't be stressed at all, especially when you got help like...
It's going to run a little longer, this video, so hang in there, guys. WGRB, Gospel Radio, Inspiration Radio, they call it. Chicago, Illinois.
Go home, don't give your house up.
My daughter.
Feel pretty good, y'all.
There's a good tune. 1400 WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin. Beautiful.
For the kids to do lots of things going on at these wonderful local libraries, all about the community, for the community, offering so much to do. And you don't have to break the bank either, so...
That's a good thing. Libraries are free. Use them. Well, not really free. Your taxes pay for them, but use them. 1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois. Yeah, we go there to get our Blu-ray, to get our movies. You know, forget that online stuff. We just go get the Blu-ray and watch it. All right.
At 6:30, if you want to register.
Κίνδυνο των μετοχών και αφαιρούσε αυτόματα όλες τις πολύ επικίνδυνες μετοχές από ένα χαρτοφυλάκιο. Αυτό εξακολουθεί.
1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
Οι άνθρωποι ή οι εταιρείες.
Her debut. I think what I like about it is that I am having a...
So 1440s WROK, Rockford, Illinois, usually news radio.
Anything is possible, and Ketanji Brown Jackson,
Navidad. Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo de parte de Radio Canciones y Recuerdos.
Okay, the real WRLL, Cicero, Illinois.
Feliz Navidad, estación de radio 1450 AM.
Country 1019 and 1490.
Iron Country. So that comes in pretty decent with this loop here. Loving it. Yeah. Good little radio, man. This thing is fun. It's just so cool. It's so cool you can program it and do whatever you want. Like I say, this firmware is fantastic.
He works down at the AMP.
And the speaker, as I mentioned, is 3 inches. Sounds good. Good tonal quality. Reminds me of the D808 speaker.
Hey, the fire department volunteer.
Okay, this is WPJX, Zion, Illinois. I don't know if, yeah, I said Iron Country. For WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. Yeah, for 1490. WCKG, Elmhurst, Illinois.
People are basing their expectation on.
For real news and great conversation. A civic media station.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark.
1580 is WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin.
SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son. He's the chief of the Japanese...
은혜의 시간 되시길 바랍니다.
우리 성도님들은 행복하십니까? 정말 여러분들
WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
충만하시길.
Journal, which is also reporting Mark Zuckerberg directed Meta Platforms to make a $1 million donation to the inaugural fund. Texas is suing a New York doctor from
1640 is WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin, relevant radio.
The founder of the Abortion Coalition for...
Up next for Bucky, they'll close out the Falcons play a Sunday against Detroit Mercy.
Nice, we're able to tune that in. This is good.
ATS-20 of Wisconsin is the largest apprenticeship program in the state, with more than 2...
That's 1670 The Zone, WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin. 72 miles to the northwest. It is cool because this Terk Advantage sometimes isn't... I didn't think it was selected towards the top of the band, but with this radio it is.
College Gap explored.
We will have details on these stories and much more headed your way. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's original social media platform, WVON 1690 AM, Berwyn, Chicago.
Drew Mayorkas says Americans...
Okay, so you got that. Perfect. We're done with the band scan. Yay! That was a lot of fun. It went a little long, but hey, this is different format, so yeah. Oh, I got this filming. I had to keep moving the radio around. It's not like fixed anywhere to the table. It's sliding around this box because it has to be elevated to get a good view with the camera. Otherwise, it's just too low. But there it is. Yeah, the 20 plus. This is really cool. Yeah, you can adjust that display. You can turn that off and then go back here and see what there's our battery percentage, 99%. Percent symbol shows. Our stepping again. You know, frequency. So it's got some basic information here on the bottom, which is nice. Just a nice little radio. So yeah, and then yeah, I'll just leave it on there. We'll do some final thoughts. Yeah, so if you like the video, give a big like. You guys are the best. Big thumbs up. I can't even get my thumbs in the view there. There you go. I did move the radio closer, which made sense because that little screen. But in person, it really looks good and clean. I'll be honest with you, my vision's not that great, and it is very easy to read. Probably easier than some other radios I have, believe it or not. So yeah, definitely cool. Definitely worthy to pick up. Definitely. So yeah, the 20 plus is definitely in the book. So if you want to get one, just go ahead and support the channel. But some links down below for you guys to check out. Yep, some eBay and Amazon affiliate links there. You know, I'm a partner with both those companies, and I can earn a percentage of the sale, but it doesn't cost you anything, which is awesome. And 3, comment below what you think about the ATS-20 Plus. Is this something you think about picking up? Something you want to tinker with, something you want to do what I did, do the battery status mod where you can see the battery percentage on there. That's awesome. And add this new Goshanti V118, version 118. I believe it's the ATS_EX firmware. So it's definitely the best firmware for this radio. It's fantastic. And we never went into the menu, but that you can look in the review video to see. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.